Hello guys, it's Maddie Simish and welcome to another video where today I am building to celebrate The Sims 21st birthday, which was, February 4th. I actually already did a kind of celebratory build. I did a small home where I could only place 21 furniture items, so that build is on my channel if you want to check it out. But a little bit of a different challenge this time because of course we were promised a sort of surprise for the 21st anniversary, which came out on Thursday, which was basically they'd partnered with some custom content creators, which is amazing because, you know, they really do some amazing work, so it's really great to see them get recognized. But yeah, basically they partnered with them to introduce some new items to the game. So some of the things we got were sort of cast items, and also we got some food as well, which is really interesting. So like some new recipes, but we also did get a few new build buy items. So I thought I would build a house just to kind of test those out and see what they look like. I really like them. I mean, the only sort of furniture piece that I didn't use in this build were the bar stools, because it is a small home. It's a sort of tier 1 small home. I couldn't fit in a bar, otherwise I would have tried it out. But yeah, apart from that, I did use all the other sort of new items that we got. And yeah, I really like that surprise. It's definitely a lot better than last year's hot tub. And it's really sad to see some people saying, you know, oh, we didn't want this, I didn't ask for this, I don't like this. Because at the end of the day, you're getting like free stuff for The Sims, and let's face it, with EA, it's not often that you get free stuff. But also these items were created by people who like took the time out and, you know, put in the hard work to sort of deliver some really cool items. So yeah, no, I'm really happy. I like everything that we got, and I really like that custom content creators are getting the credit they deserve, because like I say, they do absolutely amazing work. And I've said before, some custom content items are far superior to items that we actually have in the game. So yeah, I wanted to try them out and I was really impressed. So as you can see, this is actually more of a renovation of the Streamlit single, I think it's called, in Willow Creek. Was feeling a little bit lazy and didn't really want to kind of build from scratch, but actually it was really fun, and I think I'm definitely going to do this more often, which is to kind of keep the bulk of the house but just make little changes. I mean, as well as sort of saving time and being a bit easier. I think it forces like a little bit of creativity to, you know, try and work with kind of what you've got. But I did sort of change the floor plan and also the size a little bit, you could see, because like I say, I wanted to make this a small home, and it was like 105 tiles or something like that. So I just brought it in a little bit at the side because I was kind of reminded of how bad builds are that already come in the game. I know a lot of people talk about it, but I don't often do renovations. I usually start from scratch. I never really play in pre-built homes. But yeah, they're always very big and very empty. So yeah, it was fun to give this one a little makeover. So yeah, I really like all the items we got. I think my favorite thing is possibly the mirror. I think that's really cute. It's a little bit low down, but I think that's just kind of where the Sims height is. I did actually move it up in this build. I don't know if it's usable by moving it up. I hope it is. But this build is actually on the gallery. My origin ID is MaddieJ1996, and I put it in the description of every video. But yeah, I was so sort of happy with this house. I absolutely love it. I think, you know, as much as I love color, I think sometimes you can really create some kind of like beautiful and simple sort of looking houses. Just by using a lot of like light colors, and I'm using a little bit of green in the kitchen, but overall there was a lot of kind of yellows and oranges in this sort of build to complement the light wood tones. And yeah, I think it was really nice. The kitchen's actually my favorite room in the house. I play around with a shelf, which you'll see in a sec, just to put some storage in. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I mean, you can kind of see at the beginning it was a little bit bigger and I wasn't sure if this was kind of enough space, but actually it's like a really sort of cute and cozy kitchen, and because the house itself is quite small, it does the job, you know, it fits quite well. So yeah, I'm just going to put the shelf down in a second. And one of my sort of favorite builders that I like to watch on YouTube is Miss Griffey, and she often does stuff like this where she puts like shelves and different sort of furniture pieces kind of integrated, shall we say, into like counters and cabinets and things like that. And it actually looks really good, and sometimes it doesn't really work. Sometimes things don't fit so well, but sometimes it does, and I really, really liked it. I mean, you can kind of see it poking out of the bottom of the like counters, but I mean, I think we can just ignore that. But yeah, I think it just adds something a little bit different. It's a little bit like, I don't know, just a different kind of, structure that you can play around with. And it's definitely something that I'm going to look to do a lot more in my builds, because like I say, it worked out even better than I thought, and there it is. So you can see it kind of poking out a little bit there, but I thought it was really cute just to add some of those little clutter items to the shelf. And it just so happened to match perfectly with the colour scheme of the rest of the kitchen and the house. So yeah, that was definitely a win. So yeah, I think, you know, I sort of cluttered it a little bit, but not too much. And yeah, as I said, it is my favourite room in the house, as it often is. So it's a small home, but it's also quite spacious, and this is kind of the living area, but I did save the sofas and the chairs until like really late on in the build. I couldn't decide. I cut it out obviously, but I spent absolutely ages sort of playing around with sofas and stuff because it's a little bit of cramped space, but yeah, I think it's sort of a nice and cozy area. And I sort of raised up this radio to sit on the top of the shelf, and it actually it floats. It doesn't quite sort of sit on the shelf, but again, that's just something that we could ignore. What's a little floating radio between friends? So I just kind of, yeah, just rolled with it, and I just tried to sort of take screenshots at certain angles where you wouldn't see it so much, but yeah, it does float a little bit if you do want to download this build. But it doesn't bother me, so it shouldn't bother you. So yeah, I wanted to get this little computer space. Now, I didn't realise this until really late on in the build, but I actually don't have a door to the bedroom, which is so stupid. I put a door to the bathroom and just completely forgot to use one for the bedroom. So I ended up putting like because we've got a little like end table, as well as this dining table. So I put a little end table, and I put a picture, and I put a mirror, but I had to move the mirror in the end because, yeah, I think a door to the bedroom is kind of essential. But yeah, as you can see, I used the new dining table, chairs, and little kind of flower arrangement, which is so cute. And it's like really, really simple furniture. I know it's not like, you know, super exciting in terms of like completely innovative sort of designs and patterns and stuff, but I really like it because it's the kind of stuff that you can use in any build. I mean, this is a side table, it's the same as well. It comes in loads of different colours, but I decided to use the white swatch because it's a little bit more universal. But yeah, like I say, I think those kind of items you can use in pretty much any house. And I know the CC creators like Peacemaker and Hey Harry, I have their stuff in my game anyway. And I know that they do kind of like the sort of simple, elegant style. And it worked really well for me in this build, so I was pretty happy. And yeah, as I said, this is the kind of living area, and I did go for the tiny living sofa and chair in the end. Like I said, because the thing is, there's like a little bin in the corner there, and I also wanted to get a little table, and I just wanted to make sure that nothing was super sort of obstructed or Sims couldn't reach them. So I went with the slightly sort of smaller sofas, and hopefully everything is kind of set out in a way that, you know, Sims won't get stuck. But yeah, I find it, yeah, this is where I I realised that I haven't put a door down. I was going to say, I find it funny that I start like putting, you know, wallpaper and curtains in the room, and I didn't even realise that there wasn't a door to get in there. So yeah, this is the mirror. I love the little like happy face and sad face mirror. It's so cute, and I think it would work really well in well, in pretty much every room, but especially in kids' rooms as well. I think that's really adorable. So the bedroom is quite small, so I didn't want to decorate it a load. I literally basically just put the bed and the wardrobe with a few little, like, you know, the mirrors and the paintings and stuff. But yeah, I didn't bother putting like, you know, floor plants or side tables or anything like that because it was quite small. And again, I didn't want to obstruct the Sims from sort of getting to everything. So yeah, then we just have the bathroom. That's the last room in the house, and it's probably the room with the most colour. I still got that kind of like orangey yellow theme, but I did add some blues as well. And I managed to sort of find a use for the really sort of bright shower curtain. I've used this bath and shower many times, but I always use that kind of last plain blue swatch, but it was nice to add some pattern there. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of the video, and we're just about to go into the screenshots. I hope you enjoyed it, and I just wanted to say happy birthday to The Sims, the best game in the world. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.